makakasama natin ngayon sa studio ang presidente ng Sports Vision, si Ricky Palou. Ricky, good to see you again.
Good evening, TJ. Yes, thank you for the invitation.
And congratulations on the 14th year of the V-League. And my goodness, just looking back, we were chatting about this before we got on air, how time has flown and how you've grown. Give us a bit of a history tidbit, how this all began 14 years ago.
Well, 14 years ago, Moy Martelino, myself, Rhea Navarro, and June Bernardino were looking for something a sports project to come up with, and we looked at women's volleyball. I said, there's a chance for women's volleyball to be popular. So we decided, we did that, and we went into, originally for obvious reasons, the collegiate level first, because they were the schools were the ones with the team. So that's what started it all going.
That's what started it all. Yeah. Through the years, when it continued to just grow and grow and grow, did you see it ever getting to this point where we are today, wherein it's, you know, what a lot of critics would even say, it's already very competitive with basketball, which is obviously the number one sport?
Yeah, well, we saw that in the first year, because in the first year we were playing in a small gym of Lyceum.
Okay.
And but when we hit the finals, we decided to try a bigger venue, and we did it at Rizal Memorial Coliseum.
Rizal Memorial.
In fact, our ticket, we just charged 10 pesos for a ticket, but to our surprise,
puno
ang Rizal Memorial Coliseum. So we said, this is it, you know.
Fascinating. What is it that you think that enthralls the fans so much? I mean, the enthusiasm and the intensity of the fans in volleyball can really rival the fans of any other sport in the Philippines. What is it, do you think, that really catches them when it comes to women's volleyball?
First of all, well, you know, they changed the rules before the side out before you could score. But when they made every point count, that made the game really more exciting and more competitive. So, you know, if you made a mistake, point would go to your opponent and vice versa. So that made the game really more exciting. And you know, when you see when the players come out and start smashing this ball with all their might, and you see the crowd go, wow! It makes the crowd lively and makes them alive.
It's something else. For those who have never watched it live, it's a different feel talaga compared to watching it on television. When you watch it live, it's so fast-paced, so exciting. All right. Eventually, through the years, you added the conferences, the professional branding of the teams, and the imports as well, no? Talk about that, how you wanted to incorporate some changes throughout the different conferences in terms of having collegiate conference and having them to bring in some imports and some foreign flavor.
Well, when we started, we had the college teams, but we asked them if they could reinforce the teams with 2 guest players, including foreigners, if they could get foreigners to come in.
If they could get them at the time,
So that actually made the game, that brought up the level of play of the game. And through the years, we said, okay, let's evolve, and a lot of players have graduated, and their fans are missing them, so let's put up club teams. So we got some club teams to participate. And after that, we said, okay, we've got to have reinforced conference with, we need to say, local players with imports. And we decided to have an all-Filipino, and we still maintain the collegiate level. So we'll still have 3 conferences.
And pretty much you cater to all the athletes out there, yung nag-graduate na, and they now have a legitimate professional career. The foreign players who are enjoying coming in and out, you know, from the different nationalities we've seen. And I remember, you know, of course you and June were very involved in the PBA back then, and that concept of bringing imports, how has it really helped uplift the game? It's one thing to rely on an import to do well for your team, but that can be done in basketball, right? But in volleyball, it's a different sense, no? How has it really helped improve the level of play?
Well, of course, when you bring in the imports you take in here have good skills and are actually good players. So when the local players practice with them and compete with them, they actually learn from these players, and then they get better. And eventually, we're hoping we'll get really good. local players will develop to be really good volleyball players, and will be more competitive even in the international scene.
And we're beginning to see it, in fact, with Eliza Valdez, who had her first stint in a Thai professional league. What are your thoughts about that in terms of how our local players are getting that good na tayo naman ang ini-import na sa ibang bansa?
Well, that's a good sign for us, you know. I mean, it just shows that we've got the talent, we've got the skill. Our athletes are athletic enough to compete internationally, and you know, Eliza's going to Thailand. She was invited to participate in a Thai tournament. We said this is a good sign. That means people are starting to take notice that we've got potential good volleyball players here. So.
Now, on the side of the teams and the coaches, how has that developed? It's one thing to have corporate brands fully supporting teams in the long run, and coaches as well. And obviously, they've also improved through the years, and dumadami na rin yung mga magagaling na coaches through the years. Now, how has that helped? Of course, you know, put this whole thing booming.
Our philosophy was, you know, my thinking is that. If you need to develop, if you want to develop good athletes and make them good players, you need good coaches, and therefore you've got to have our local coaches also learn. You know, some of them are starting to take up international courses, level 1, level 2, level 3 courses, just to improve their coaching skills, and with the influx of corporate brands coming into the game too, shows that they see something here that's good for their branding, and they're willing to participate.
And fast forward to 2016, last year was the first time that you partnered with the ABS-CBN and Sports and Sports in Action. Talk about that partnership. How you know, it seemed to be, of course, I'm part of the family, but as an observer, it was fascinating to see the relationship grow. Bit by bit, you started with one conference and then another and another, and now you're running a whole season. So talk about how this has helped each other. It's helped, I guess, the V-League, and as well ABS Sports bringing in a big volleyball league.
As far as we're concerned, ABS-CBN helped us a lot. You know, the way ABS-CBN promoted the sport the whole year, the exposure they gave the players and the teams, it really made people really see the potential of volleyball. In fact, that's when a lot of the corporate brands started taking notice. Hey, there's potential in volleyball. So we're very happy with the relationship we have with ABS-CBN. We know they're doing everything. We know ABS-CBN is doing everything they can to really make the sport more popular, and that's good for the sport in general, and it's good for us. I suppose it'll be also good for ABS-CBN. If the league gets popular, then ABS-CBN will be happy with that they have a program a local program that's being followed. Right?
Personally, I agree. That's why it's called partnership talaga. No? Everybody grows together. Now, one big thing is a change of name. It took some time to really put a lot of thought into this. No? Give us a story about how this was decided upon and how you eventually ended up with this you know, new name, which personally I like it, Premier Volleyball League.
Well, we were looking at, you know, we wanted to change things and show people that, you know, we're improving on the league and everything, and we decided that maybe it was time to look at a new name. We first thought of Philippine Volleyball League, but we said it's too generic, and you know. So we looked at some names and we said, hey, Premier Volleyball League might be good for us. So I said, okay, let's ask around, and we started asking around. A lot of people said, yeah, we like this name, so we decided to go with Premier Volleyball League.
All right, but still, kahit pa paano, the nickname can still stick, the V-League. It still makes sense to stick it together with the Premier Volleyball League. All right, you're opening up soon. Tell us the opening dates and what the fans can expect for this coming season.
We are opening on April 30. Our playing days will be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We'll be on TV live, some games, and some games on the live streaming.
Live stream,
I'd like to talk more of this live streaming. They call it multicam live streaming.
Yes, I'm excited about this as well. This is the first in the Philippines. I mean, we've seen multicam live streams abroad in different leagues, like the NBA, but we're gonna do it the first with you guys, right?
And this means that, you know, if I'm watching on a live stream, I can choose what angle I can watch from. Or if I'm on the, for example, Pocari's website, and after one set they change the courts, I can also move to the other side just by clicking some buttons. So that should be interesting. And also our men's division will be covered also on live stream. So that should be good also for the men's division.
All right, so everybody growing hand in hand. Well, congratulations on a new season and an exciting new season for the new PVL, the Premier Volleyball League, and we can't wait to see the action getting started. Thanks, Ricky.
Thank you very much, TJ.
Thank you. Good luck.
Hi guys, keep watching The Score for the latest sports updates, and don't forget to subscribe to the ABS-CBN Sports in Action YouTube channel.